wish that transition could have been a little bit better. But thank you for coming to the show. I know a lot of new people are here because they're excited to see what I'm going to say today, and I don't know if what's said today is gonna rub people the right way. A lot of it might rub people the wrong way. Expecting my subscriber count to plummet harder than ever before, but I'm okay with it because it's not numbers to me. It's not about getting the views. It's not about the local fame that others want to achieve. It's about me just doing what I want to do, having fun, talking about different things. And I put my phone on mute because I know a lot of people have been messaging me ever since I started. Gonna put that on mute. Just a reminder, I do have a direct line for the dedicated just for these live shows that I'm gonna open up at the end. So if anyone wants to weigh in on what I say, give their opinions, tell me how wrong and stupid I am, or say that hey, you know what, you were pretty good, you had a good idea. I agree with you. I'm gonna open up that. Anyone's welcome to call. It's completely anonymous and it's a separate line to where I have no number saved to it. And yeah. Uh, so let's get into it. First of all, uh, crybabies. um, let's get into it. First of all, just a little general house cleaning here. What was I going to talk about today? Okay, we're here to talk about the whole Frank and Ophelia situation. Something that I've been quiet and remained quiet about for the longest time. I think when it first started, I made like one or two comments on Ophelia's page, and that was within the first day or two. After that, I've never said anything about it. Hello, everyone in the chat. I'm glad to see a lot of people here. Some new names that I'm not familiar with, but hopefully you like it. You stick around and you join us because on every Tuesday I go ahead and I do a live where we talk about whatever the audience wants to talk about. We've covered scary movies, haunted places, bad relationships. We've talked about uh, local news, and I think we're even talking about dogs. And this is actually me dressed up because working on a video right now that's going to be about the Pet Doctor 911. A lot of accusations have been made. I actually went to go meet with them, got a private tour, and that's gonna be cleared up. But that's another video because that's not what you're here for. Right now, you are here for the Frank and Ophelia situation. And sorry for being a little bit late. I was actually writing down all my ideas, my opinions on this, and I'm up to about 5 pages, single spaced, of what I want to say. I might not cover it all here, but it's gonna kind of give me an idea of where I want to go. So sorry if it seems like I'm going to be reading most of it. There's a lot I do want to say. I just want to make sure I don't leave stuff out. Just want to preface this. Preface, big word. I like it. I have a mutual respect for both parties. I know both parties have huge followings, way bigger than mine. Not jealous, not envious. They do what they do. They have their following. I do what I do, and I don't really have a following. I just have other people who share the same ideas and like to talk with me. I don't claim to have any fangs. I don't claim to have any peacocks. I just have a shared group of individuals who like having conversations. I don't claim ownership of anyone. I don't expect anyone to, die on a hill for me. And that's where we kind of have our differences here. But they do their thing. I do mine. I don't hate them for it. I don't have any issue with either one of them. It's working out good for them. I could easily do the same thing and uh, make my content purely on drama, poking at people, mocking people, bringing out people's secrets. And my numbers would probably be 3 times as much as what I have now, but I have more fun just talking about random things, just having these conversations with people that people want to hear. There's been occasions on my lives where people have said, "Oh, we'll mention this about Vanessa," or "What do you think about Frank doing this?" or "What do you think about when Ophelia said that?" And as soon as that's mentioned in the comment section, someone will comment, "Don't waste your time on that," because I think a lot of people are getting tired of this drama. A lot of people are getting fed up with it. Yeah, it was entertaining for about a week or two. I was heavily invested in it for about the first week or so when I was watching the lives constantly going back to back. But lately, someone will message me and say, "Hey, what'd you think about this?" Or did you see Ophelia's live yesterday? And like, I tuned in for maybe about 15 minutes of it, and then something else came up. So I'm not fully invested as much as I used to, especially as much as I used to with this whole Vanessa drama. But that's kind of died out too, and I feel like right now we're at the pinnacle of the drama with Frank and Ophelia, and I think uh, we're gonna start seeing a downward. Uh, it could be temporary, but I think it's starting to die down a little bit, or a lot of people are getting fed up and just completely blocking it off. Uh, at least what people have talked to about me. Like I've spoken to people on both sides. I've spoken to Fangs. I've spoken to Peacocks, and the general consensus is that both sides are kind of getting fed up with it. They're thinking that things are going too far. They're thinking that there's too much hate. Um, but even with that, I still have a professional level of respect for both. Both have done very good numbers wise with their followings. And I'm addressing this first because a couple people, when I announced this live, when I had announced this live, there's people that were saying, "Oh, I like the way you hold yourself. I like the way you." And even in the comments right now, I'm reading these right now. A lot of people they're under the assumption that because I don't do anything with Frank, that we hate each other. There's a level of respect there. I don't know if he respects me, but I completely respect him. And we've never worked together on anything. A lot of people said, "Oh, well, you all would do really good if you all worked together. Like, you all have the same ideas on stuff. You just handle things differently." And I agree. And in my first videos, when I started doing the Vanessa videos, I think in my first two videos, I heavily mentioned No Machisme. I mentioned Frank. I mentioned the work he does. I spoke highly of him in those videos. But there really wasn't a mutual, like a professional courtesy of him doing the same thing. And I get it, it's his channel, he can do whatever he wants. I don't expect him to give me a shout out. I don't expect him to promote me or anything. But I think with content creators there has to be a mutual level of respect to where you want someone else to do just as well as you do. You want to help bring someone up. So that way if they get to your level or even higher, you could say, "Oh well, I helped do that. Like I helped do that for him." And there really wasn't that with Frank. Frank gave me permission once because I've spoken to him like on unrelated topics a few times, and he gave me permission for me to post my videos onto his page as long as I don't spam him or do it too often. But he allowed me to do my videos, so I think I did one or two videos, but it really wasn't worth it. Like I wanted to have a community of local creators. Like I think that's really great. Like there's a lot of local creators down here that have hundreds of thousands of subscribers, like huge creators that actually make a living off of this, who get paid for appearances. This guy I went to high school with right now, he has five, no, yeah, I think he has 500,000 subscribers. He'll post a video, and within 1 week, that video is already at 200,000 views. Like, he's a huge YouTuber. He's local. Like, there's no way you could tell that he's from here, from his content and stuff. But there's that mutual thing. Like he's never promoted me, I don't promote him. But you know what? I tell him all the time, "Yo, I saw your video. It was a really good video." He's done the same for me. And there's other creators too that I've spoken to, and there's always like a "you're pretty okay. You're good" and stuff like that. With Frank, I never really got that. I don't really think he's promoted a lot of other people, and that's fine. Like I said, it's his platform. He can do what he wants. Ophelia, on the other hand, she's really good about. We might not always see eye to eye. We might disagree on things. She'll probably disagree with a lot of the things I'm going to say in this video. But she's always been great about don't forget to watch Digital Dimwit, or he's going to go live tomorrow, or tune in for his show. And I do the same thing for her. Like I'll mention her during my videos. And even when I posted that I was going to speak about the situation today, maybe 5 minutes after I posted, I got a notification from Ophelia. She private messaged me. And I was, in my head, I was like, is something going to start? Like, I hope nothing starts. And And no, she told me, good morning. Congratulations on speaking out about this. There wasn't any, her trying to sway me in one direction. There wasn't any of her like trying to give me ammo to go against Frank or anything. It was just, a neutral conversation. Like, congratulations on doing this topic. She even talked about me in one of her lives today, like to come and watch it. And see, even if you don't agree with each other, I think there should be that level of helping each other out, promoting each other, because in the end, that's just gonna show that you're humble. It's gonna show that you want others to succeed. It's gonna show that you're not greedy. You're not hogging the spotlight. So, um, regardless of my relationship with either one of them, I have mutual respect for both of them. They're doing great things. Um, Excuse me. I'm just trying to speak with professional respect, and I don't want any followers to come after me. I know my numbers will probably drop, but I know there'll still be some people who like the fact that I'm being neutral. That even though uh, Frank's done nothing for me, I'm not attacking him because he hasn't helped me. Just because Ophelia has helped me doesn't mean I'm gonna, completely support her and try and turn everyone on her side. I'm neutral. You could say that I'm a bad person for remaining neutral, but I think I'm a good person because I'm looking at this from the outside. Not even thinking of the names. I'm not even thinking of my relationships with them. I'm just thinking, okay, person A has this following, he's been doing this. Person B has this following, she's been doing and saying this, and it helps me kind of judge the whole situation a lot better. So that's how I'm gonna kind of go forward um, from this point. A lot of people are gonna say, "Well, you're on Ophelia's lives all the time." Yeah, I am because uh, I'm supporting her. I'm on Frank's too. I don't comment on his stuff because there have been times where I've commented and not that I'm being ignored, but there's not any acknowledgement. Um, there'll be person A, person B, person C, me, person D, person E, and person A will get acknowledged, person B will get acknowledged, C will get acknowledged, the double D doesn't. E will get acknowledged. So I just felt like maybe he has his friends, his close friends that outside of social media that like he speaks to, and like that's cool. Me, I've spoken to Ophelia like once or twice, maybe a few more times, um, in messages and calls, and she still makes a point to come out and say hello to me. A lot of people in the comments love when I go out there. I always get bombarded with hellos, people calling me Daredevil, other any what designated driver, like anything that's double D, like two Ds. So that's fun, and that kind of helps build the community, and that's what really needs to happen with everyone. Everyone has to like just come together and build a community. That's one of my big things. Um, Speak your mind. Appreciate your victors. Doing a great job. Keep doing you. You're awesome. See, I like the support that I'm getting here. I haven't seen any negativity. That's probably going to come a little bit later down the line, but I haven't seen it yet, and that's really hard to find, especially lately when a lot of hateful words have been going back and forth, uh, names back and forth. I'm not going to use uh, like names attacking anyone. I never have used names attacking anyone. I've never spoken uh, cussing. Fuck yeah, I cuss. I cuss all the time, but I never aim at someone to say, "Oh, well, you're a fucking idiot" or "You're so fucking stupid." No, like I'll just do it in general. I'll cuss about myself and talk about myself a little bit, and that's just the way that we do things differently. And I know I have I hate saying following because I think these are just people who like having conversations with me. These are just like-minded individuals, and we have a good time. Yeah, I don't have hundreds of people watching me every week um Frank and Ophelia do. Like they'll go live and they'll have 100, 200 people watching at any given moment. Me, I go live on a set schedule, not randomly, and it's always the same time, same amount, same like block, an hour. And I think at the most I've had 30 people. Right now, this is my biggest live right now, so I want to thank you all for like helping me reach this milestone. But I'm averaging 20 to 30 views while I'm live. and I love every single one of them. Not paying for subscribers. I'm not paying for views. Um, I'm not here like begging people come watch my stuff. I'll promote my thing once or twice on my Facebook, and that's about it. I'm not going into all these groups. I'm not begging. I'm not saying they do, but I'm not here fighting for views. I'm not here thinking that's going to be my main goal. This isn't my main goal. That my YouTube channels, like any kind of content, any kind of influencer, any kind of YouTuber, they all have a shelf life. And the shelf life of an influencer or YouTuber, whatever you want to call it, is very short. Because you could just think about the last 3 years. Who was your favorite YouTuber? Who was your favorite Instagrammer like 3 years ago? Okay, think of how they were 3 years ago. Think of where they're at now. Their numbers are probably smaller. They're probably not posting as much. And that's because either they got burned out with content, they weren't, what's that word? A scandal came up, they weren't in the spotlight, like someone else came along. The shelf life is very short unless you make it big right away. I mean, Frank's had his thing for 5 years. Ophelia's been doing hers for two. I've been doing mine for about 2.5 years, and neither three of us have a huge following. Yeah, they have bigger numbers than me, but there's famous YouTubers with brand deals with all this stuff who still work 9 to 5 jobs because the money's just not there. And I'm not here. The pimple popper feels. Yeah, like other things happen, other things come up. Other things come up. They get brand deals like the pimple popper that was just mentioned right now, and that works out for them. But think about how many YouTubers there actually are. With I think the last number I read was about 600 and some YouTuber accounts opened up every day. So think about that in years. Think about everyone fighting for the views of those. It's a very hard thing, and I'm not even getting paid for YouTube yet. I know Ophelia and Frank get money, and I have their averages here that I'm going to show a little bit later, so you can see who's really making the money on that. But I'll share that a little bit later. But I like I said, if I get 10 people, if I have 10 people watching me, that's awesome. Like I'm happy with that. I could go to bed with a smile on my face, saying like, you know what, 10 people took time out of their day just to hear me talk about Disney or talk about the collectibles I have on my shelf, like just different things. So yeah, I don't have any fangs. I don't have any peacocks. I don't have no DD army. I don't have anything like that. These are just people I talk to. These are just like friends that want to check in with me. And I think I have my cousin in here somewhere. So why am I making this live? Like, why now? Why am I doing this? Am I desperate for views? Am I not coming up with ideas? I had a whole topic that I was going to do aside from this, but I felt this was more important. I've been getting comments on my videos. I've been getting messages on my Facebook. I've been getting all these forms of contact with people saying, hey, what do you think of this? I had someone offer me money to make a video on Ophelia the same way I used to do on Vanessa. I've had people text me things that allegedly happened on Frank's end saying, why don't you talk about this? Or why don't you make a video on Frank and talk about these things that I'm sending you? Why don't you talk about Ophelia that did the time she did this? And there's really no need to. I respect both of them. So I figure I'll just do this live. I'll just do this live, talk about it. If there's other things that need to be said or other things that come up, I'll do another follow up. But I don't see myself doing a whole series on this. I haven't said a lot of this publicly. Yeah, like a few close people that I trust. Yeah, I'll say what I think of the situation or what I think's being said on both sides. But aside from that, I really haven't. I've stayed out of it because it doesn't involve me. My name hasn't been thrown out there. My has nothing to do with me. I know a lot of people are trying to build YouTube followings or trying to become a content creator and throwing themselves in this hoping that their name will stick and they'll become a topic and they'll become the relevant in this and try and get a following on a platform off of this. I'm not trying to do that. I already have my platform. I already have those that watch me, and that's all I need. Like, even if I only have one person watching me and it's my, wife in the back room watching me on her phone, on an iPad, just to make it look like I have views, I'm happy with that. If she's gonna, lie to me about it, that's fine. But at the end of the day, I'm not here wondering what am I gonna do for views or what could I do for views. And I know a lot of people are gonna say, well, you threw yourself in the whole Vanessa situation when it had nothing to do with you. And yeah, you're correct. But different kind of situation. I was providing more of a public service, and she was going to be representing us, representing Texas. I'm a Texan, so I felt like it was kind of my obligation to inform the public of what was going on. And after she lost, because we all knew it was going to happen, there was like maybe a 0.01% chance she could have won, and even that would have been the darkest timeline. But when she lost, I stopped. I even reached out to her and I apologized for what she was going through at the time. Her follower, there's like two or three followers that even acknowledged that, like, yeah, he hasn't mentioned you. He stopped talking about you. He seems like he's genuine. He seems like nice. She went and attacked me, so I just had to go after her one more time, and even offered her a chance to beat me in a trivia game if she said she's so much smarter than me. So I challenged her to a trivia game. I said if she beats me, I'll delete every video I've ever made on her, and that I would even delete my channel. She hasn't spoken about me yet, so I figure I won off of that one. But enough of that. Like, let's go back to what people really want to hear about. People don't want to hear about Vanessa. People want to hear about Ophelia and Frank. Um, I think both have their reasons for what's going on. I think both are also putting on sort of a persona on their social media. I've spoken to both. Um, I've seen both of them do their lives, and I've also spoken to both of them outside of social media. Like, I've messaged them. I've spoken to them through Messenger, both of them, and it's very different. It's night and day between them. So even me, like, I might be a little bit different off of my lives. I might, I actually do cuss a lot more. I do a lot of more dad jokes and puns and stuff like that. So what you see on social media is very different than what's in real life. Everyone knows that. It's very obvious. But I think lately they they kind of became slaves to the views, to the drama, to getting more followers, to uh, I'm gonna beat you here. It's turned into a giant pissing contest. And I've seen like Ophelia from one moment like cussing, excuse me, cussing, going after people in her lives, and then I'll message her right after, or she'll message me right after. Super calm, very very different. So don't believe a lot of what you see in these lives. If someone's being very vulgar, and you know who. If someone's mocking and making fun of someone on a personal level, you know who. Doesn't mean they're always like that. So don't try and get too attached to these creators, is basically what I'm trying to say. Uh, Let me see. I'm just reading. Okay. Okay. I see in Texas commenting here. Did not get involved. So why are you doing this for? Is it for views, or you're going around in circles? It seems like you don't want to. You don't. Seems like you don't want them to promote you, which I don't blame you. Any way to grow will help. Yeah, I'm saying go to watch them. OM is going to state that she gave you your channel because she has great content. Okay, my channel is older than Ophelia's channel, and even at her infancy, I was still getting pretty much the same numbers I'm getting now. Nothing's changed. Like, my numbers have been staying consistent. My views have stayed consistent. There hasn't been a time where I've blown up or gone viral. Like, I'm getting the same amount of views that I've gotten even, in the beginning of my Vanessa videos. Ophelia found what works for her, and that's great. Like, she has her content, it works for her. It's an awesome formula for her, and obviously it's working because she surpassed me uh, within months. So she didn't build my channel. She's helping promote. It's a good thing. Stop talking about that. Well, I lost my point. I have a lot of bullet points here that I'm just trying to get out of the way really quick because I want to open up the lines. I want to let anyone call in. So yeah, you basically become a slave to your content. And that's the whole reason why I don't want to get into this whole thing for money. Because money, the root of all evil. I don't want to get poisoned by it and become a slave to, like, oh, I need to keep this money coming in. I need to figure out a way to shock people. I need to start an argument with someone. I need to create this drama. I need to create this story just so I get more views because I need more money. It's not gonna happen. I want to say, like, I'm a month and a half away from actually becoming a YouTube partner, getting paid for my videos, and even that, when you start off with 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 subscribers, you're not making anything. Like, I'll show you that No More Cheeseman's money and Ophelia's money, and they're just estimates, but it's based on their views, their subscribers, their watch time, like a general thing. But even if it's just $1 a week for my videos or $2 a week for my videos, I don't want any of it. I have a separate account that when that day does come where money's going to come in, it's going to get funneled into that account, and that account's going to get funneled to local charities, and I won't see a dime for anything I've done. I sold some shirts. The money went to pay the person to make the shirts. Whatever's left over is going to get funneled right into charity. I don't want anything to do with that. But let's go into this little, what I wanted to show you with the money, to show that these people aren't, these see, where's the, okay, we could look at Frank's first, and this is public. I'm not getting into anything. This is public thing. You can go look it up. Okay, Social Blade, you can look it up here. Okay, 81 uploads, 2.23 thousand subscribers, 160,000 video views. Okay, video views for the past 30 days, 44,000, which is awesome. Estimated yearly earnings is 133 to 2,000, 2.1K a year. That's nothing to make a living off of. And that's not bashing him. He makes way more money on YouTube than I probably will ever. And, I respect him for that. You see the video views, 5,000 views here. On the 12th, 2,000 views. And then you see the estimated earnings. So based on these 5,000 views and 10 subscribers, I don't know, it's kind of weird that all of them are like solid tens, like 10 subscribers, 50, 30. Um, but it shows, like, okay, he could make between $1 and $23 in that day. Awesome. Make between 67 cents and $11 here. Like, there's nothing that you can live off of here. This is awesome if he wants to put it back into stocks. I know he's into stocks, cryptocurrency, which is awesome. I'm in the same thing too. Or for video equipment, I know he has the green screen and some lighting equipment. That's awesome if he wants to roll it into that. No problem. But I think people are accusing Frank of being able to retire off of this YouTube channel, being able to stop working, because I know that's his long-term goal, and that's awesome. Like, it's always good to have a goal to work towards, something to motivate you. But people are assuming that Frank's over here hitting, $1,000 days on his videos. Isn't the case. Now we look at Ophelia's. Okay, 360 subscribers in the last 30 days. That's probably like my last couple of months, so that's awesome for her. Views, I think that's my total number of views on my whole channel for the past year. So she was able to do it in 30 days. Awesome. I'm not mad at her for it. Estimated yearly is $692 to 11K a year. Still nothing to make a living off of. It looks like she does make more because these numbers are huge. Her views per day are huge. You got 19,000, 9,000, 3,000, 7,000. estimated earnings 5 to 79, and these are all based on if you get any sponsorships, if any businesses want to partner with you. I have a friend that I went to STC with. He has a channel mainly in Spanish. I don't know a lot of Spanish, so I still support him. I still watch his videos to try and understand what he's going through. But he does a lot of traveling. He got a sponsorship through a backpack company based in Mexico, and he's getting the higher end of these estimated earnings. I don't think any sponsorships have been given to either one of them, so I don't think they're on the higher end. It could be somewhere like right in the middle. But regardless, making more than me, not mad at them, not envious. I'm actually happy that people down here are able to achieve these kinds of things. Okay. Ophelia's here. Hello, Ophelia. Thank you for joining. Um, I'm not kicking anyone off. Like everyone's welcome to join in on this. I've never been one to block or anything, even when I get hateful comments on my YouTube channels and uh, hateful things said about me. I don't attack, I don't block, I don't delete. Like everyone's welcome to say what they want, and that's why I like having this comment section with no moderators, so anyone could say what they want freely. Uh, I'm not gonna attack anyone or go against anyone just for sharing their opinion. Opinions are free. Anyone's allowed to say them, and that's something that really isn't being shown throughout this whole drama. A lot of people get deleted because either content creator doesn't like what's being said, or they feel that it's their platform only, like they could have total control. It's a public platform. It's not, an OnlyFans or a Patreon or anything where you have total control and it's your complete platform. It's YouTube. It's not a giant corporation. You're not building anything here. So that's why I let anyone just talk freely. Now, back to the whole everything being blown out of proportion on Frank's side, on Ophelia's side. This is where we're going to see a little more division between the people in here. I think it's been blown out of proportion. I've spoken to people on both sides, and there's two huge arguments with this. One is the money, and one is the phone call. Now, I'm going to speak in a general sense, not saying Ophelia did this, Frank said this. No, with the phone call, we got person A who recorded a private phone call. We have person B, which this side said something, but it was in a private conversation. Now, how do I word this? If it was me in this situation, someone recorded a private conversation that I was having, I'd be upset. So I feel everyone has the right to be upset that the conversation was recorded. But on the flip side, oh, and the fact that it was recorded shows that it was premeditated. So there is um, a whole thought process of I'm going to record this conversation, which I wouldn't trust the person. I'd be upset with the person, but I would still like to hear the reasoning behind it. I would still want to hear what brought you to do this and have a conversation, not just completely erase someone out of your life. And trust could be built back up. The trust isn't gone forever. And it would be, if the friendship was a real friendship and not just riding the coattails off of each other week after week, and the friendship was real, I think that could have been fixed. I think two people involved would be able to talk about it, move on from it, throw an apology on both sides if needed. Okay, now let's look at the other side of the whole argument. I was being recorded. Let's say I'm being recorded. What have I said in the past, or what have I done in the past to warrant someone to already have the recorder ready to try and trap me in something? Now, if I was recorded saying something like, let's say I'm talking to, I don't know, a friend of mine, I'm talking to a friend of mine, and he leaks a conversation I have saying something negative about my boss. He recorded me because he knows I've said things in the past, or he knows I'm capable of saying these things. Whether it's for protection of yourself, whether it's to protect someone's feelings, there was a reason for that recording. It was wrong, yes, but there is a reason for it. So that's where I think both sides are both in the wrong. One for it being said, one for it being recorded. And you could argue that, oh, well, it was recorded to protect myself or to protect somebody else. Well, how many other conversations have been recorded? Was it a one time chance that it was the first time it was recorded, and that was the money shot that got it, or are there other audio tapes of recordings? Um, it could be, I don't know. I think both parties are wrong. If the friendship is real, and I mean, 2 months ago, these people were having meals together, sharing laughs, sharing meals, sharing phone conversations, and for it to go this downhill this fast really makes me question if there was a friendship or in the coattails, like I said. The other issue that's being brought up a lot, the other issue that is being brought up. Okay, Alexandra's in here. Hello, Alexandra. It, it's inappropriate for one person to add something else to the line without listening to the phone call to begin with. If some people want to start acting innocent, I okay. There's a little spiel, a little thing going on in the comment section right now, and I just want to finish saying what I have to say, and then I'm gonna open up the phone line. Anyone could call in. I'll go in back and read comments. Doing right now, I'm most of the time I have the comments blocked off, so I'm not distracted like I am right now. But yeah, it the recording was wrong. Throwing other people who weren't involved in the situation was wrong. Name calling is wrong. I feel like I should be having this. Okay, please continue. Okay, I'm gonna cover up the thing again. Now, the second issue was money, and money's the root of all evil. That's why I don't want to get involved in it. That's why I don't try and earn any money off of it. If I'm ever short of money, uh, everything behind me is maybe like 1/10 of my real collection. I could sell everything for maybe 16,000 to 20,000 because I have a lot of nice stuff. I have statues here, signed collectibles. I have a lot of stuff there. So if I ever need money, I could do that. I was really good in the stock market this year. 267% on all the money I put in. So I'm lucky. I got in and got out at the right times in there. So I'm not hurting for money. I don't want the money. But for some people, it's not like that. And I'm not assuming I know everyone's situation. I know a lot of people need money to survive. Everyone needs money to survive, but a lot of people want to live comfortably. So I understand why people could get upset over money issues. Uh, there's divorces that happen because of money issues. There's friendships, obviously, because of money issues. Businesses go out of business because of money issues. So I get it. And this too has been blown out of proportions. One of the arguments is that Frank stole money from Ophelia. The other argument is Ophelia is money hungry and just wants nothing but money because of her situations. And I don't listen to these accusations. I'm a guy on facts. I've heard so many things about Frank, but I have not seen anything for myself. So I don't really believe those. I don't believe the accusations about the assault. I don't believe the accusations of him being on Grinder. I don't believe any of those things. I just go based on what I see from him. There's a lot of rumors, and especially with the way things are going lately, there's a lot of hate, and people are just trying to say anything to turn people's opinions of the other person. So unless receipts are shown, there's really no sense in believing these things. It's all hearsay. You uh, you could easily say that I drown puppies for fun, but without proof, like you really can't believe it because it seems really out there and out of character. And I know there's people that do live lives like looking perfectly awesome, and deep down they're real evil people. And I'm not saying that this is that situation. I'm just saying I don't believe it because I don't believe Frank's done these things, or else it would have been out already. The same way on Ophelia's side, I don't believe a lot of the things that are said about her because I haven't seen any proof. Why am I going to go on the word of someone, especially like an anonymous account, when if they can't even honestly show me their face or show me their name, how am I supposed to believe what they're telling me? That could easily be just like an ex girlfriend of mine making a fake account, fake name, fake profile picture, and going and spreading all these rumors about me. Yeah, some people are probably going to believe it. But how credible is it if you don't even know who you're talking to and you're going to believe all these things? That's why a lot of these fake accounts that I see, a lot of the fake accounts I see on Facebook in comment sections, they hold no weight. I don't think they're credible at all. I do know some people who have these fake accounts and they tell me like, oh, I have it here because I'll get in trouble at work, or I have these issues with people, and like they've shown me that it's really them. So I those no problem. But there's a lot of fake accounts that I've actually gotten into an argument with a fake account recently. So yeah, with these, they're accusations. Frank stole money. If you want to believe that, okay. Ophelia's money hungry, and she's doing all this because um, she doesn't want to work and she wants to live off of money from her supporters, uh, Vanessa style. Like, okay, those are all opinions. You all could say those all the time, but there's really no proof there. I'm not going to believe this about Frank. Who's messaging me? I turned off my. And looking at it, I feel like a friendship is more valuable than money. If like I said, if it was a real friendship, who knows? I don't. But if my best friend screwed me out of like, let's say, $100 that was supposed to be mine, and it got lost and never made its way to me, but yet he bought himself like a new video game or something like that, I'll be upset. I'll be hurt. I want to talk to my friend about it, but I'm not going to throw away a good friendship over something as stupid as money. That's like that's like playing the lottery and getting mad every time you don't win the jackpot. Like that's stupid. Like why throw away a friendship that looked like it was a really good friendship? You all would go I think on your runs together, catch breakfast or catch dinner, go to each other's houses. I don't see how there wouldn't be more of a fight for it. I feel if yeah, in the heat of the moment, Ophelia made a live, Frank made a live, and they made a couple after that. Okay, fine, but this could have been solved. I think a long time behind closed doors, out of the public. And I think my Alexa's going off right now. Okay, feed the lizards and fishes. I need to feed the lizards and fish. Okay, I think my wife's trying to turn it off for me. I don't have to yell. So I haven't seen the proof. A lot of people have said that there's been proof shown, and that's great. That could help them form their opinion. Like, I'm not gonna say, "Oh, I don't believe you" or anything. Like, I would love to see proof. I haven't seen it because I don't really follow all this. Like, I'll watch maybe 10 minutes of one video, and then I'm like, okay, we're similar to me. We're just spiraling, going in a circle here. I'm gonna move on, which I'm sure a lot of people already have for me. But like, if I were to see it, I would totally uh release something like, you know what, Frank reached out to me, show me this, I believe him, like let me show it to everyone so people who have seen his stuff will see the proof, people who see my stuff will see the proof, and that would work out for everyone. I think that would be awesome. um And then yeah, I'm getting to the end already. A lot of things were said out of order for my script, but a lot of this is like kind of a, is it a thirst for fame, a hunger for fame? And that's no problem. Like everyone, like a lot of people want to be in the spotlight. A lot of people want to have their name out there, to be known, to be recognized, to be acknowledged. I like being acknowledged, but I feel like lately, as of late, maybe like the last week, a lot of these videos have been very hateful. The comments, the accusations, the name calling, the attacking, the threats. I feel like things have escalated to where at this point it might just be for the views. It might be for the numbers. And the reason I say that is because the biggest flex that these two parties have been doing lately are, oh, well, look at my numbers. Screenshotting the two videos side by side to show the numbers, or, oh, I had more live viewers than you, or I had more people watching me than on your channel, or anything like that. Like, that's just showing that it's all about the views. I could be completely wrong. You're welcome to correct me on that, but I would be more focused on saying what I have to say, proving my side of the story, showing proof on my side to 20 viewers, so I could have at least these 20 people uh, supporting me, than trying to one up the other person, trying to take viewers away from them, trying to treat this as a numbers game. And lately, it has been a numbers game. It's a really big numbers game. I could easily do the same thing. I could put on a voice, mock each person, uh, and I'm sure that would get a whole lot more views than what I have right now. I could go with the nothing wrong with cursing. I fucking cuss all the time. I could be cussing, being vulgar, saying things to shock you to get my numbers up. If I really wanted the numbers, I could. If I really wanted the numbers, I would make another Vanessa video. I One video I always wanted to do was do a breakdown of her arrest, like, you know, like do a minute by minute, like what's going on, what's she doing wrong, why are the officers doing this. I could do that, and I could totally make a YouTube partner within that one video. I can make a video mocking Frank, I can make a video mocking Ophelia, I could do a video attacking either one of them. My numbers would go up, I'd be making money, I'd be doing this, but that's not important to me. What's important to me is having a conversation here, like, I'm gonna open the line in a few minutes, to where we could all just have a conversation, and I have more fun doing that. Like, I could walk away from my desk, from my office, happy, saying I said what was on my chest, said what was on my mind, I heard what other people had on their mind, and we all walked away good. You can insult me, you could bash me, you could say how wrong I am, you could even prove me wrong, and I'm not going to come after you for that. I'm not going to say, well, you know what, you made a good point, it's not my point, so I'm upset, so, fuck you, I'm going to delete you. No, you prove me wrong, you show that I am the dimwit that I call myself, and kudos to you. Thank you for calling in. Thank you for, steering me the right way. I appreciate you. If you hate me, appreciate you for watching. If you want to type that you hate me, I appreciate you for commenting. I'm not gonna bash anyone, which a lot of people thought I was gonna do this, and I hope I surprised a lot of people, because a lot of people were saying that I was gonna be all over Ophelia, like saying that you should uh not go against Frank. No, Frank's awesome. Like, he has his following, he has his thing. I think he's doing a really good job with it. He knows what works for him. Like, I don't think I could pull off what Frank does. Um, like his karaoke thing is fun. His Sunday show gets a lot of attention. It's awesome. I don't hate him for his success. I don't go after him for his success. It's just that we don't agree with each other. I still promote him. Like, I still talk about his channel. I'm doing it right now. Even as he had stopped, even like near the end of my Vanessa videos, I stopped throwing his full name or his channel. I would just address it as the main channel to cover this topic, or the topic, or the channel that, follow this channel if you want more detailed stuff. Like, I'm not here to argue with anyone. I don't want to go after anyone. Like, I'm hoping that this community could come together and be all like, you know what, Frank had some good points this week, Ophelia didn't, or Ophelia had some good points this week, Frank didn't, and quit like a Fang versus Peacock war, because there's friendships within these followings that are ending. People who used to enjoy both parties now split, creating this social media civil war. And these people who used to be really good friends in the comments, like with their little inside jokes, are now completely like opposite of each other, arguing with each other publicly. And I don't think that's needed. As I mentioned, the shelf life for content creators is uh, very short. I don't think my channel is going to last as long as Frank has had. I think he's had 5 or 7 years. Awesome. I'm coming up on my third year. And this could be my last live. This could be my last video. I could delete my channel after tonight, and I'd be okay with it. My main goal is just to have 100 subscribers. I have way over 100 now, and I'd be able to walk away from this happy, because I just want to put my name out there because I have plans, and I kind of need a community for my future plans. I can't say what it is now. There's a lot of things going on in the background, and I think everyone's gonna be very excited, and everyone's gonna see my channel as like a little some people already see it as a little speck, but what I've done here is gonna be a little speck compared to what's gonna be coming next for me, where it's not even gonna be about me. I'm gonna be doing it for other people, and it's gonna be great. I can't get into anything. uh, I'm probably already getting a message from my wife saying stop talking about it. But I'm gonna open up the line right now. Anyone could call in and tell me what they thought. What the hell is going on in the comment section? I just got in here and oh my gosh, this is not what I wanted, and my wife is telling me to open up the line. So you could call into chat 956-254-0018. You could also text this number and I could just read the text over the line if you don't want to talk. But the lines are open right now, and I'm gonna try and get through these. Oh, and it begins, and I'm scared. Hey, thanks for watching. Who is this?
Hello, is this Digital Dimwit?
Yes, is this Ophelia?
Yes, it is.
Hey, how's it going? I hope you're not upset with what was said. Like, I just wanted to give my
No.
opinion.
No, I'm not at all upset. You did fantastic,
Okay.
and I'm glad your channel is growing. I just want to tell all these people out there that are tercos con la misma. It's been 23 days, okay? It's been 23 days, so I'm a liar because I wanted to not say that Alexandra was there, okay? Because I was trying to cover up for the third party, okay? I don't know if it's against the law or not. It doesn't matter to me. I had already told Alexandra, did you or did you not talk about me? Because Carla had called me to tell me that Alexandra was talking about me. So Alexandra told me, no, Ophelia, I wasn't talking about you. I was actually asking Frank, why wasn't he defending you from Casper? Okay? This is how the story went down. So then Carla calls me again because she had told me that she had to do something. She calls me again, and this is all on the 20, I believe it was on the 28th, on a Wednesday. It was on a Wednesday. So Carla calls me back. I texted Alexandra on WhatsApp, and I told her, I'm on the line. If you call, just don't say anything. So I need these people to understand I don't have any recordings. This was not premeditated, except for I told Alexandra if she wanted to call, I would join the call. Just don't say anything. But I thought she was just going to listen. It's not my fault that Carla said what she said. I didn't know what Carla was going to say. And this is what people are not understanding, Digital Dimwit, that How were we supposed to know what Carla was going to say? Now, at that same token, how was I supposed to know that Alexandra was recording? I didn't know.
Okay, and
I wasn't told.
okay, no, and I get that. And I've heard this argument, and I know a lot of people have heard it too.
But
Uh,
but they're tercos with the same thing over and over and over and over. You're a liar, you're a liar, you're a liar. You did something to Carla. Carla wasn't my friend. I thought Alexandra was my friend. So when Alexandra told me, take, these people are bashing on me, take down the video that we did together, because we went live.
yeah, you all had
When
lunch, and it
Alexandra,
was in one of your cars. I saw that live.
right, I took it off because people were bashing her and her business because estaban tercos. But the whole point here, it doesn't matter because I said it on my live digital. I'm glad that it was recorded because we had proof of what Carla had said. But
Hmm.
nobody was interested in what Carla had said. Seems to me like they were more interested in, oh, you backstabbed your friend. What friend? According to me, Frank and I were already going to part ways because he didn't steal
Okay,
directly from me.
I have some comments here. Someone wants to know, why did you add her in the first place if nothing was premeditated?
I added her because she was telling me that was calling her husband.
Mhm.
And Carla had told me that Alexandra was talking about me. And Alexandra said, no, Ophelia, I'm not talking about you to her husband. I'm asking her husband because Frank had called Alexandra. And Carla was very jealous. And this is not the first time she's jealous of anybody calling her husband.
Okay,
So that's why
okay,
when
I
Alexandra
know
said,
that, and I know that, and like that's a Carla's thing. Like I really don't like involving anyone's wife. Like I wouldn't want my wife thrown in any of my drama, but I get it. Like
okay,
I know.
but how? I joined the call. Yes, I did join the call, but I had told Alexandra, don't talk, don't say anything. Now, she was saying that Alexandra was this, and this, and I was giving her advice, and I was telling her, it's your jealousy. You can't see straight because you are jealous of what your husband does. But she's only talking to him because they're Facebook friends. They're
Okay,
gonna go to this
no,
reunion.
and I get that, but I have one question here because I've heard different stories on both sides here,
Okay.
and I have Alexandra in the comment section right now.
Okay.
Was it you or was it her that hit the record button for the conversation?
I don't have the recordings. I didn't even know that Alexandra was recording. We found out on Sunday when the hate page put it out there. And there was only 3 people. Carla only knew 2, and I knew that there was 3. And if it wasn't me, it couldn't have been Casper
Okay.
because I don't have those recordings. I never
Okay,
recorded. And
Alexandra said that she hit the
Alexandra and I
record
never
button.
agreed.
Okay. No, no. Alexandra
What
just
else?
said me that she hit the recording. That was my main thing because I didn't know if it was you. You said it hasn't that it wasn't you. People have said that it was you. I just wanted to hear, but
I
you said it wasn't you.
Everybody
She
who's
said it
saying
was
that it was
her.
me is lying.
Okay.
They're lying, and this is what upsets me. Que tan tercos that it was me, that it was premeditated. It wasn't.
Okay.
My whole thing is, why did she record? I have no idea. She
Okay.
never even told me, Ophelia, this is what I did, and that's why Ophelia Painter went on live and said, why didn't she tell you? If she's your friend, she should have told you first, and she didn't. She never told me that she had recorded.
Okay. Okay. Well,
So
I think I have another call coming in, but
go ahead.
I like that you're not upset with me. I like that we're still
No,
able to
I'm
have
not.
a.
I'm not upset. You did the right thing, and I want everybody to know that.
Okay.
I mean, I didn't record. It wasn't me, and
Okay.
that's it. End of story. Thank you.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I know I had someone calling back to back. Can that person call again? I didn't want to cut Ophelia off. She was talking to me, and I didn't want to be rude, but I have this number calling back to back. I don't want to call it in case they're busy all of a sudden. But I'm trying to use this as a neutral zone to where I'll listen to Ophelia, I'll listen to Frank, I'll ask any questions there. It's, a platform for everyone, not just my platform to where I'm just trying to uh, go after anybody. So just like people were asking questions to Ophelia, I had her on the line to ask her those questions, whether you think she answered them or not. You all could take it as that way. But did I get a voicemail? You could voicemail on this? Oh, it was a 2-second voicemail. It was just a voicemail to hang up. There we go. Hello?
Victor, how you doing, buddy? Frank Mar, aka No More Cheese Me.
What is going on, Frank? How are you doing?
Good. I've been watching most of your life, and let me tell you, I know you started a little bit nervous, going in circles, and now it happens. Just word of advice: start taking some notes so that when you start speaking, you can go in chronological order. But anyway,
Oh, like
um,
let me show something. I have where is it?
I can't see you, but anyway,
Okay.
let me just get to the point here with with everything that's going on. Like I said, I'm just sticking to the facts of everything that happened. All
Okay.
right. Unlike the other caller that you had right now, they cannot stick to the facts. These are the only things you have to ask yourself, Victor. And this is all proof. Like, there's proof. You need the proof, I'll show it to you. If you need all the proof, I can send it to you. And you can be the judge. On Wednesday, my wife walked in on me. Alexandra and I were talking about just some other stuff. We're talking about why Ophelia Moreno wants to go after all these fake profiles that nobody knows who they are, blah, blah, blah. My wife walks in. She asked me, who are you talking to? And I said, Alexandra, the girl that sent me the vinyl banner.
Mm-hmm.
My wife was pissed. She calls Ophelia on Wednesday. Her and my wife have a private conversation. My wife was pissed. She said some things to Ophelia about Alexandra, about her looking like whatever, like all of these bad words. That was on Wednesday. This is proof because the call recordings show from the log, not only from my wife's phone, but to the T-Mobile accounts.
Mm-hmm.
You're with me on this one, right?
Yeah. I'm following along.
Okay, that was on Wednesday. Okay. Now, at this point on Wednesday, Alexandra stopped responding to me because Ophelia already told her, hey, Frank's wife's saying all this shit about me. So Ophelia, I'm sorry. So at this point, Ophelia makes a video at night. Everybody starts asking, well, why is Ophelia not coming to the Frank's reunion? Well, my take is because all this already was started at that point. Now, on Thursday, so now we go one day later on. On Thursday, here's the thing. This is the key word. On Thursday, it was Ophelia that called my wife. Okay, my wife had already spoken to Ophelia. Whatever issue she wanted to talk about, Alexandra, whatever name she wanted to talk about, that was on Wednesday. It's a call record. You cannot delete the call record. I proved that in real time when I went on the show last time. I proved by logging in literally in real time to my T-Mobile account. So on Thursday, Ophelia calls my wife. My wife called Ophelia back because I guess she was doing something. She didn't answer the call. And then, here's the thing. Like I said, this is on record. On Thursday, Ophelia called my wife again. That was the last call. That was an hour-long call. The recording was from the Thursday call. So in the video that Ophelia and Alexandra made together a couple of days afterwards, they didn't even Alexandra says, yes, all that was made up. And everybody knows, hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I'm listening.
Okay, everybody can see their body language looks like they're even trying to put a story together and they don't know what to say. So based on their conclusion of whatever happened, Ophelia said, I don't know what I did. I called, I was on the line and I hit merge and I don't know what, blah, blah, blah. And like I said, just by using my own logic, my own call records, who made the call? Ophelia called my wife. That is proven. That is a fact. That is not an opinion. Ophelia called my wife. It doesn't matter if it was Alexandra, if it was another girl, whoever was in the other line. The whole point of this story is, why did Ophelia, who my wife confided in, decided to add another caller on the line? So everything that's happened is because of this treachery, because of this backstabbing. Now, keep in mind, all this happened. Okay, whoever the recording, even if it wasn't a recording, even if just somebody told me, "Hey, Alexandra was another line," it doesn't matter. That's fucking treachery. Because my wife told Ophelia a lot of things, not just like, let alone things about me, things about my wife's health, things about things about the kids, things about my wife's family. Like, these are private things that Ophelia, yes, she would tell my wife, yes, Carla, like, you can trust me, whatever. So that trust was broken from that day. That's what everybody is able to see. That the recording, that was just a small part. Did my wife say those things about followers or whatever? That doesn't really matter. My wife already apologized to those things. The point is, my wife was lied to. She was betrayed to the person who she thought she could confide in these matters, because that is what happened. Now, keep in mind, like I said, time went on, the Fangs reunion showed up, and Ophelia's reasoning for all this, she says, this is, like I said, these are her own words. I could give you all the clips that she uses her own words against herself. She says, well, I already knew this was going to happen anyway. So she says, because he already did it to me 4 times. So I kept asking, what are these 4 times that Ophelia keeps talking about, that I was going to be like, she was going to discard me because I did it wrong 4 times? What were the 4 times? One, she claims, here's the thing, she claims, because I brought him 10,000 followers. The page has been out there for 7 years. Nobody knew who Ophelia was. How did you learn, Victor, how did you learn through, who was Ophelia? How did you learn because of her? Because No More Cheese Man brought her on. That's number one.
Yeah, I thought
I already had
at
10,000
first I
followers.
thought both of y'all were like co-operators of the thing, because that's how I found out about all this. But no, like, I know she was a guest host, or you had your show with her.
Exactly. So these are facts. How do you learn of Ophelia? Because I brought her on, because I already had people that knew me already. That's fact number one. So she can't claim she brought me followers when the people already knew who I was. That is fact number one. Okay. Number two, she claims because I stole money the first time she went to jail. I went literally online and showed my Cash App transaction history of all the money that I received from all the people, and I sent her that money.
Okay.
So she can't say I stole money when literally all the facts are there. Number three, she says, well, he stole money the second time I went to jail. If I stole money the first time, why would you say, oh, confide? Why would you ask me to make or collect money for you if you knew I already stole money? So I collected money for her that time. I sent her that money. Now, if she wants to say maybe, and I'll be glad to say I was wrong, when I was doing all the addition, I was off by $10 from both. Like, if you had both, the first time she went to jail and the second time, the second time I messed up, the addition was off by $10. I just sent her those $10 recently, so she can shut up in case she wants to say I stole money. Well, I sent her $10. Now, here's the thing: the fourth time, she says, well, it's because Frank didn't pay me to go to the Fangs reunion. It was a reunion of people getting together. I didn't make any money. So why am I going to pay somebody else to show up to a reunion when that person didn't even offer to help by even buying a damn napkin? So all the things that Ophelia says were prior reasons of us breaking up, per se, like relationship-wise.
Yeah, like friendship.
They all are.
I'm not going to take it any other way. I know people try and spin it that there was some relationship between y'all, but I don't see anything like that. I've never said that was going on.
Okay. And then they're saying, well, it's because, like, here's the thing, like, just to end this, those are all the facts. I stated everything in order. If you need anything later on, you can say, Frank, show me the proof. Do you want me to? I could give you my Cash App login, and you personally show Ophelia if I stole money from her. Because Cash App transaction history cannot be deleted.
No, it can't. It can't. It's
okay.
It's there.
But Ophelia says, I don't know. He's making up lies. He keeps making up everything I've pointed out. Now, if Ophelia wants to, but Ophelia's reasoning now, when she knows she has nothing to counter my truthful claim, she'll say, well, Frank's beating up wife. He's beating up his wife. Every day he wakes up, he beats his wife. Every day he's cheating on her. Every day he's cheating on her. All those personal issues, whether they're true or not, these are private matters between me and my wife.
Okay.
So she's just trying to deflect from the fact that she has no more reason of why she invited somebody else in the line. That is the truth, and there's nothing else to it. That's it. So that is the truth. Alexandra has said she feels the same way she was used. Everybody knows. Unfortunately, Ophelia can't say that she did wrong because her pride is too big. You know what I did, Victor? On Sunday, when I learned there was recording out there, I called Ophelia. She didn't answer me. Because I wanted to, like, kind of like you said, well, I feel, you said earlier, well, maybe they should have talked. Who was the first person that called to find out what happened? I called Ophelia because I figured, man, I don't know what's going on. Let me talk to Ophelia and try to get to the bottom of this. She ignored me. I messaged Ophelia that same Sunday. Ophelia, can I please meet with you in person so we can talk? She ignored me and left me unread. Now, all this has gone by day after day, week after week. She makes videos about me, talking about my wife. She invited some lady that lady said all these derogatory terms about her kids. That lady made videos, made all these statements about all these things. She invited her over to have coffee and make a live video. Yet me, who was her friend, or I felt I was her friend, couldn't have the time of the day to answer me and say, Frank, you know what, let's talk in person. I don't know what's going on either. Let's be in talk. She didn't have the pride to say, you know what, I don't know what's going on either, Frank. Let's talk. I don't know why the recording was made. Nope. She kept going on and on and on and on because she doesn't want to admit that she had this ill intention. And when it was found that it was a lie, now she says, Frank beats his wife. He beats his wife. He cheats. He's a cheater. He's a cheater.
Yeah, and I've heard I've heard a lot of that, and I know it could ruin a reputation, especially you. I know you're trying to do things with your channel, and these accusations.
The thing is, the no machismo, it's like said, like YouTube channels go up and down all the time. If no machismo goes down, that's fine. You know, it's an online thing. It's not a permanent thing. I work for a living. I make money for a living.
Same here, like that's how I understand it too.
Yeah, if I make a couple of $100 because I have subscribers, it's not going to pay my bills. But that's what she keeps claiming. Oh, Frank's making money off me. He's banking off me. He's banking off. How many times has Ophelia made all these videos since all that happened? She's literally made 50 videos talking about me. So it's not me talking about her. It's her talking about me. It's proof. Like, the proof is there. Look at all the videos. Frank. I've only made like 4 videos or 5 videos on YouTube since all that happened.
Yeah.
So the proof.
That's why one of my points was like a lot of this is just being fueled by I don't know if it's the views, the attention. I know things are just kind of getting out of hand, and I know supporters on both ends feel that way.
Yeah. I
just wanted to go.
I'm gonna let you go because I know you want to talk to maybe other people. That is the true events of it, exactly what happened. Yes, it's unfortunate that the online community got divided. It was never, ever my intention for this to occur. You have to ask the other person why they did it. And it is what it is. We'll just move forward. But just stick to the facts, and you'll realize exactly what happened. So that's all I'm going to say to you. And I do apologize. Maybe I know you made mention that I didn't share your channel or whatever. I'll share your channel. Don't think that I don't want to share it or anything.
No, like, and I even said it, like, you know, no harm. Like, I know during that time, especially during last year with all this Vanessa stuff, like you were like, you know, a locomotive. Like, you had a lot of stuff going on. You were constantly doing this. So I understand that if I fell by the wayside, I understand that you had other things going. Like, I know you have a job. I have a job. I was going to school. I graduated. I'm going to school again this semester. Like, I understand how it is to get busy and you don't have time to reply to everything or acknowledge everything. So that's come I even said, I was like, no harm, no foul. Like, I'm okay with it. Like, I get it.
Yeah. And everything you said today is pretty much spot on. Like most of it is, I can definitely agree with how you feel things ended. And just what I added, there's nothing more I can add to the story. It is what it is. There's a division on the online community. It is irreparable. The things that Ophelia did, breaking the trust between my wife and her, that's something that I can never go back to. So that's the only thing I could say. And well, I also want to add, I don't want all these other pages, Valley Way, Truth RGV, RGV Justice. I'm not George Vela. Anybody can claim they're me. I don't need to hide behind any of these pages. If I'm going to talk about Ophelia, I could do it under my own name, under my own channel. So I'll just leave it at that, Victor. I wish all the best of luck to you with your YouTube stuff. I watch some of your videos, good stuff. Keep doing your thing. And everybody have a good day.
All right. Thank you, Frank.
Talk to you later, buddy.
See you. Okay. Is Alexandra still here? I know she was in the comments. I just want to know if she's still here because I would really like to talk to her. I'd really like to ask her a question. I have some questions being thrown in here, my private messages here. So I don't know if she's still here. Probably not. No worries. The line's still open. If someone wants to throw in another thing or two, I'll... Oh, here we go. I don't know who this is. Hello, who's this?
Hello?
Hello?
Is this Digital Dimwit?
Yeah, it is. What's up? Who's this?
Hey, Digital Dimwit, hey, Victor, this is me, Luke Thompson.
Hey, what's going on, man? I've seen your stuff. I like you, man.
What's going on, man? Nah, I just thought I'd call in and share my opinion on the whole thing. And I'm going to try my best to be calm and collective because I know I do have a reputation of fucking getting out of hand. You know what I mean?
But, you know, people like that about you, though. Like, people hear that you're going to be on one of their shows and they're like, I'm going to tune in. I want to see what he's going to say. So, I mean, the floor is yours. Like, whatever you want to say. Like, if you want to do an outburst or anything, I'm not going to stop you.
Well, look, I'm not going to take a lot of your time, but I do want to say that all of this, to me, when it all started, I'll be honest, I couldn't believe it, man. I was in totally utter shock because I thought all three of us were like very good friends. You know what I mean? Like I thought it, you know, like there was it was just like us three, you know, like we were all good friends and we did a lot of groundwork to expose La Chisqueada, you know what I mean? And so anyways, when this shit hit, when this happened, it did kind of catch me off guard, but the only thing that I'm going to say is, like, common sense-wise, like, I'm old school. You know what I mean? I'm very old school. And common sense-wise, the way I see it is, if you're saying that, you know what, this wasn't your fault, you didn't record it, y que la chingada, this doesn't take a fucking rocket scientist to figure this out. You're saying it's not your fault, y que la chingada, all this bullshit, but yet, you turn around and you say, oh, I'm glad it happened. I'm glad. Well, you know what? That's the key word right there. You're basically saying, that's telling everybody that you all along didn't give a rat's ass. You were being a two-face and you know what I mean? And obviously you had this premeditated because if real friends, to me, I keep it old school. You know what I mean? And I heard that other pendeja and they say, oh, well, if someone calls you, y que la chingada, you know what? If someone calls me and they share something with me, a secret or a conversation, and they consider me a good friend, you know what? I'm old school. I'm going to say, you know what? I got you, camarada. You know what I mean? I got you back. I'm not going to fucking, you know, backstab you. Now, Frank did a lot of work for us. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know if you backtrack the history, right, of Vanessa. Vanessa, there was a point in time where Vanessa was very aggressive. She was going after a lot of people.
Yeah.
She made several videos about me, several videos about Ophelia. She was on a fucking destructive path to just talking shit. She had the whole town of Raymondville scared up the ass. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you go right now, if you look at her videos, she's all like, oh, I'm all about love. I'm all about love. And shut the fuck up, bitch. First of all, you weren't all about love because if you go back to 2016, 2017, you were attacking people left and right that didn't agree with you. fucking blasting them, making up lies about them on, on Raymondville Cheesemate, Bobby's page, and what is he insane? She was fucking talking all this shit about people. So for a while, she had the upper hand, talking shit about a lot of people, and she was on a fucking rampage. You know what I mean? And Frank came in at a time where he came in and he helped me and Ophelia and a lot of other people expose the bitch. Basically, he helped us fucking with his platform and his website. He helped us he helped a lot of people that were scared to speak up. They're speaking up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I give credit to Frank on
bro.
that, because the only reason I ever found out about Vanessa was because of Frank's page. So if anyone wants to say, "Oh, I have my platform because I did my videos on Vanessa and it was because of Frank," yeah, Frank kind of sparked this channel. I was doing completely different content before the Vanessa stuff, and I'm never gonna say like, "Oh, well, I don't know Frank anything." Like he turned me on the idea. Like, yeah, it's my words, my ideas, my stuff, but I only know about Vanessa through Frank. So
exactly,
so
and
like, I give credit to where credit's due on that.
And a lot of people ask me, well, why did you take Frank's side, or why do you defend Frank so much? And you know what? I'm gonna answer that fucking question right here on your show. The reason I defend Frank and the reason I have his back is because back in 2017, 18, when he came in the mix, Vanessa had the upper hand on a lot of things. He came in and he helped me and Ophelia. And Ophelia, I don't care what she's saying now, Ophelia was not known. Nobody knew who the fuck she was. I barely knew who the fuck she was back in 2017 or whatever, when Vanessa was attacking a lot of people. Nobody knew who this lady was. I didn't, you know what I mean? I didn't know who I was. The only reason I found out about her was because I saw her getting attacked by Vanessa on another achievement page in Raymondville, and I reached out to her and I told her, "Hey, you know what? I have my own page that I created. Why don't you jump on board with me and let's help expose this bitch?" You know what I mean? So that's how we became friends, and then finally Frank came in the mix, and he helped us even more. You know what I mean? When Frank jumped in, he helped us fucking blow her out of the water. You know what I mean? He helped us fucking, boom. He was the golden ticket to fucking blow her out of the fucking water. So that's why I will be on Frank's side, because without him jumping in the mix, I do not feel that Ophelia or me or anybody would have been able to expose this bitch. You know what I mean? Because we didn't have. I'm going to tell you why. Because we didn't have back in the 80s, I could have gone up to, she's a girl, so obviously I'm not going to hit her. But back in the days, the way I take care of business is, you know what? I'll go up to someone and throw chingazos or whatever, you know what I mean? But times are different now. Now I realize that internet is power. I realize that fucking, people that have large platforms are powerful. So, yeah, I appreciate what Frank did. He came in and he helped us with his platform attack and dismantle that bitch and show her true colors. You know what I mean?
I get you.
And that's what I think Ophelia doesn't understand. She doesn't get the fact that without Frank, we would have probably still been batallando with that fucking marrana. She would have probably still been doing a fucking desmadre, doing all kinds of shit. You know what I mean? And I'm the type of person that, I appreciate that he did that for us. Now, if she doesn't want to be appreciative and say, you know what, ¿sabes qué? If you wouldn't have came in, we would be batallando right now. And she needs to realize that without Frank, her show, wouldn't have been nothing. She wouldn't have been known. And humble yourself, because at the end, what I'm saying is fucking true. Nobody knew who this fucking lady was. You know what I mean? Now, I don't have nothing against her. I always thought she was a good friend. But anybody that's going to attack Frank is going to have to deal with me and Abel. Simple as that. So she should have thought to before she fucking decided to fucking attack Frank and go against Frank. She should have said to herself, you know what? I'm gonna have to deal with Luke. I'm gonna have to deal with fucking Abel. I'm gonna have to deal with a lot of people because she didn't consult with us. She should have fucking consulted with us. But no, she wanted to consult with Annette and all these Alexandra and all these fucking viejas that have no muscle, like we have muscle. You know what I mean? So she fucked up by not consulting with us. So she lost muscle by doing something without consulting with us because we would have told her, hey, you know what? You're crazy. You don't go against Frank. He helped us out. You know what I mean? He fucking helped us out a lot. So yeah, man. I mean, basically that's my opinion on it. You know what I mean?
All right. No, and I appreciate you calling, and I agree with you with a lot of these people who do speak out, like you, me, Ophelia. Really got sparked because Frank did this first. He kind
Yeah.
of
And
walked so
look,
we
and
could run.
I know Ophelia's gonna say, oh, well, we had an agreement not to talk, and you know what? I haven't been saying anything derogatory towards her. You know what I mean? I've been expressing my opinion in the most, dude. A lot of people know me, and they know I can be a real fucking cocksucking son of a bitch. You know what I mean? A mí me vale verga. So I can say some more crazy shit than that lady. You know what I mean? So I've been as nice as possible. You know what I mean? And I've expressed my opinion, but I've never said anything bad about her mom. I've never said anything bad about, I've tried to keep my cool about it. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, like
like I said,
there's a line that
and if she
certain
wants to
people
bring
shouldn't be brought in.
her son, throw vergazos, go throw vergazos, and we'll record it, Facebook Live. You know what I mean? A mí me vale ver. She knows I don't give a fuck. And you know what I mean? A mí me vale pura verga. I'll show up at her house, and if we can throw down in the fucking street with her son, I don't give a fuck. Pero that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm just expressing my opinion. I've never she's the one that fucked up by bringing my mom into it because when we were arguing in the beginning, it was just between me and her. And I was expressing my opinion. She was expressing hers. Pero ella se quiso, she wanted to grab her fucking fake female balls and talk shit about my mom, which she never even knew my mom. My mom that raised me, if she would have been alive right now, la fuera agarrado puros vergazos a cachetadas a esa pinche vieja for talking like that. You know what I mean? So she wanted to bring my mom into it. So the moment you decided to bring my mom is the moment you fucked yourself. That's where you decided you fucked with a crazy motherfucker.
I get why that would upset you. Like, I wouldn't want any of my family being brought into this because they have nothing to do with it. They have, they don't even. Most of my family doesn't even know what I do. Like, they don't know I do this, so I wouldn't want them to be brought up and stuff.
Yeah.
But I appreciate you calling. I liked that you presented yourself the way you present yourself. You're not.
Yeah, and I know I got out of hand towards the end, bro, and I apologize, but sometimes my emotions get the best of me. You know what I mean?
No, it's no problem.
If I disrespect your show. If I disrespected your show, I apologize. You know what I mean?
No problem at all. I respect your passion.
Yeah. All right. Hey, well, you take care, and I will also advertise your page on my I have a couple of Facebook groups, so don't worry about that, brother. I got you.
All right, man. I appreciate that, man. You take care.
I'll let some other people call in. Thanks, man.
All right.
Bye.
Take care, man. Bye.
Bye.
Yeah. So we've had like 3 of the biggest heavy hitters in this whole situation call in, so I'm not allowing anyone to talk. I had Ophelia herself call in, Frank called in, Lupe called in. Like, he's awesome, he's very passionate, and I'm willing to let anyone else who wants to come and talk. I was asking Alexandra was here because I would really like to talk to her, like get her side so we can have a full circle of everyone who's involved in this. But I understand, like, she has a lot of things going on. She has her businesses. She has a million things going on. So I understand that she's too busy right now. I'm not going to hold it against her. She said 1 second, so that's cool. aside from that, as she's getting ready to call in, how's everyone doing? I hope everyone's having a good night. I thought I was only going to be on here for an hour. Oh, here we go. Hello.
Hello, this is
Who?
Alexandra.
Alexandra, what's going on? I don't think we've ever spoken. I think this is the first time we're talking.
No,
Um, but
yeah,
but I've been following
I'm
this
sorry.
situation,
Yes,
and
well,
I just want to know if you had anything to say. Like since I'm trying to remain as neutral as possible, and I'm allowing both sides to talk here, like on a ground that's not like the home court advantage or anything like that.
mhm.
What you've probably answered this already, and I'm pretty sure you're tired of being asked this. But one of the questions that's been thrown out so many times is why was the call recorded? And you don't have to answer it. I'm
No,
just throwing it out there because I know a lot of people have been
no,
asking me.
I don't really care. Like, not that I don't care about the question. I don't care about, the fact if I want to answer or not. But I did it because when I jumped on that call, like to begin with, I'm just gonna put it out there. Yeah, I was involved with the cheese man. Okay, but later on down the line, people on the outside looking in, like I even have a personal life coach that I explain this whole situation to, like you're on the outside looking in,
Hmm.
and my life coach is really, really the one that kind of put a dagger on my side because she goes, do you realize that is like so inappropriate what happened? Like, I just want to point that out. And I'm thinking, well, what do you mean? And she says, like when you have a conversation with somebody, why would anyone else put somebody on there to hear secretly? Like, that says a lot about their character. That says a lot about their morals. That's just very inappropriate. You don't do that. And I thought, oh, crap. So the reason that I recorded was because the things that I started hearing, and I started hearing, you know, cheating rumors and bad work, names about me and stuff. I said, okay, so I want to get this here because if I hear it on a platform or if I hear it somewhere else and I hear, oh, well, you're said to be the other woman, I wasn't going to have that.
Hmm.
And I wanted it, like, I wanted that as my proof to this is not happening. And she was told that it wasn't happening. And, so that's why I did it for my own safety. And that was what it was.
Okay, no, like it makes sense, and I'm glad that I'm hearing it from you. I'm sure you've said it before, but maybe I didn't catch that live or I didn't catch that phone call. But I'm glad I heard it. Like I said, like as long as I hear it from the person, like I completely will believe it. I will um like go along with it. I don't know if there's anything else you just want to add to it. I appreciate you watching, not coming after me and like just commenting and being respectful about this whole thing. I know your name's been dragged through the mud um,
Ooh.
through this, and I know you have businesses. I know you have a lot of things going on in your life, and I'm sure you really don't need this drama. And this isn't taking the main stage of what's going on in your life. But the fact that you were able to watch my live and like talk about like this, I appreciate that so much.
Oh, well, no, thank you for having me. I mean, it uh, it did break my heart that this all happened. And I mean, somebody can say that I backstabbed them. Somebody can say, oh, well, you lied, this, and that. But at the end of the day, I mean, it's clear that everybody saw my uncomfortability when we were in my vehicle after having lunch. And the lunch was on the basis of, well, you were in a group chat. This is what came out. And if you don't tell the truth, somebody's going to go out there and, kind of expose you. And I was pressured. I was like, why are people going to, expose me for, it's just a lot of things went through my mind. Then the camera came on and I assumed we were going to say, okay, there was a phone call, yada, yada, yada. And from there, it just went to a story of, well, I have this iPhone. I don't even know how to use it. And clearly everybody saw my face where I'm like, and then the phone call came in where the person that apparently I was being blackmailed by just ripped me a new one. And I sat there thinking, okay. And I was very upset. And ever since then, I've just been very upset about the situation. The reason I went live on Sunday was to actually tell the truth Because I believe it or not, I do have a conscience, and people can sit there and say that I don't, and that I should have never shared it with anybody else. And I
Mm-hmm.
mean, I was mad. People get mad. People do things in the heat of the moment. I shared it with other people because I said, well, look, I'm being called a piruja. I'm, being said to be a cheater with this man who, like, no, I don't think so. And then I'm over here being, just accused. And then I'm being called a pendeja because I donated money. Like, what is going on here?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, like when all this started, I didn't think it was gonna blow up to the proportions that it's at right now. And um, I'm sorry for what you've gone through. I know, like I said, your name's been dragged through the mud, and people have said horrible things about you. When I think a lot of them, you really had very little to do with this whole situation because you kind of stepped back, and some people are upset because you switch sides, and I understand you have your own reasons for doing things,
Well,
but
that's what I'm going to say right here and right now. I
okay.
did not switch sides. I did not, like, I was not a peacock, for example. I wasn't like a fang to a peacock to back to a fang. Like, right now, I am my own person. I cleared what I needed to clear, and, like, right now, I'm just neutral with everyone.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like that I keep hearing, well, I didn't know this, and I didn't know. I mean, at what point do we as adults say, you know what? Yeah, I was caught. Like, it's enough. Instead of just letting the snowball continue. Like, my conscience, sometimes I wouldn't even speak because I'm like, this is so wrong. Like, if anybody asked me to be the right-hand person to go commit a murder, I'd probably be the worst one. Because I couldn't. I was like, this is too much. This is too much, and just the lies and just the deceit and, every day logging onto Facebook thinking, oh my God, what's going to be said about me now? Who's going to say what? And what, I was just done. After that, after Sunday, believe it or not, now I'm able to log in and, like, I don't have a fear and I
Mm-hmm.
don't feel like I'm being bullied. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
just, I don't know what it was for. I felt like I was being a good friend, but then at one point when the person I considered to be my friend, I noticed that I was a victim of my screenshots being sent to people that nada que ver with what was happening. It's just, I said, wow, I guess some people are just ugly with everybody.
Yeah. I said it before, I'm sorry you're going through this, but it just shows how strong you are that you're willing to still come and at least talk to me about this, that you learn not to let it get to you. And that's saying a lot because I don't think I would be strong enough to go through that if I had a lot of people saying similar things about me.
Right. And Luke Thompson and Abel, I don't mean to throw this conversation off, but if you can stop calling me Snooky, like, that would be great because that's just rude.
Yeah,
So,
I don't think anyone should
but
really be called like names. And that's one thing I never do. Like everyone could be calling each other all these names, but I like addressing them as their
I
given
mean, we're
name.
old enough. I'm only 29. I know a lot of people are much, much, much older than me. But,
Mm-hmm.
like, my God, Snooki. I don't like Snooki, que roñosa, y que chisqueada, y que culera. Oh, excuse me. But, like, yeah, just, I don't know. I've always tried to be the voice of reason, but I
Yeah.
don't know, digital dimwit, but I'm very grateful. I was on there and I kind of left because, believe it or not, it's like a ball in my throat that when I start hearing about it, I'm like, oh, here we go again. But
Yeah.
I'm glad that I was able to come on here and
I'm
answer
glad
any
you
questions
called.
you may
I
have
was
had.
kind of worried when I was asking if you were still in the chat and I got nothing, but I'm glad you came back and gave me the chance to speak to you. And this is our first conversation. And one question that's kind of unrelated. I know you were doing a charity drive and stuff. Are you still doing stuff like that, or was that just a one-time thing with you and Ophelia, or what happened to that? What came of that? It was
So
like some backpacks for kids.
I usually do backpack drives in August,
Hmm.
and then my family and I also do Thanksgiving meals in November. And last year we actually did a turkey drive because of COVID and everything like that.
Hmm.
Since I've been lucky enough to have been blessed, and my family, I'm actually from Brownsville, so my family did a lot of community service in Brownsville. I decided when I moved here to McAllen, I wanted to reach out to Hidalgo County and do things of that nature as well. Because I've always believed that if you have and you give, you'll get back tenfold. And I'm not looking for applause. If anything, I just, especially during these times, I know for a fact it feels good that there's people out there willing to help. And that's my problem. And I feel very much in this whole friendship and situation. I've always felt like I want to take people under my wing and kind of like make the world a better place. And you can call me naive and you can call me whatever you'd like, but I mean, I don't feel like the world is a bad place, and it shouldn't be a bad place.
Yeah, no, well, I appreciate that. And maybe we could talk a little bit like off of a live, because there's a lot of things I'm trying to do also, and I'd love to contribute.
Sure.
I'm not asking for my name to be plastered or anything. I just want to do it as a person, to go and give. Like, if I'm able to give something, why not give it to somebody, you know? So I'd love to talk to you about that a little bit in the future.
Yes, and during Thanksgiving time, we do the Thanksgiving feast, and then during Christmas, last Christmas we didn't do it because I was in quarantine, but we tried to do a toy drive. So maybe in the toy drive we can work together and we can make something happen for our community.
That's awesome, and that's what I'm about. Like, I'm willing to give up everything I have just to help others. So I look forward to working with you on that too.
Awesome, perfect. Well, thank you so much, and I enjoyed your show.
All right, thank you.
And I'll go ahead and click subscribe right now.
Wow, okay, thank you.
Have a great evening.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Okay, I'm getting ready to wrap it up. I know there's still a lot of things to talk about, a lot of things to discuss. I've talked to two very powerful sides on both sides of this argument, but I told my wife I was only going to be doing this for an hour. I still need to go get some groceries so we could have dinner. And it's already going to be 9. My daughter has school. So I'll take one more call if anyone wants to call, and then we'll end it, and I'll go do chores or whatever that I need to do. No one wants to call, that's fine. Thank you for everyone who came by, subscribed. Every Tuesday I do have an hour and a half to just talk about whatever, and I appreciate if anyone wants to drop in. We talk about any topic. I had people calling in about their breakups and times that they were cheated on. That's a revolving topic that we could be bringing in. You're gonna be sleeping on the couch. No, I probably won't even get the couch. It'll be a tile floor for me. And let's see what our last call is going to consist of. Hello, last caller. Who's this? Hello?
Hey, Ophelia Moreno here again.
Hey, Ophelia, what's going on?
Hey, no, are we still on?
Yeah, this is going to be my last call.
Okay, no, just to say that that's all right. All this hate that's coming towards me because they think I lied. The only lie that I did was trying to save Alexandra by saying that I didn't know she was on there. Frank's talking about money. I had already put that in the past. Lupe's talking a whole bunch of shit. We had both put in the past. So
well,
if Lupe wants to stay on Frank's side, that's okay. I'm not even mad at Frank. Like, literally, I just wanted to part ways.
Okay. Yeah, no, I think the whole money thing was because that was one of the things I brought up, so I think that's why we focused on that a lot, because I just wanted
the money thing. The money thing. It was only a $10 difference. I don't care anymore. That was it. The call I didn't record. Just want everybody to know. The only bad thing that I did was join the call. So if you guys think that I did wrong in joining the call, okay, I did wrong in joining the call. I own up to it. But again, we go back to a circle. ¿Y qué tiene? Everybody's over there saying a whole bunch of bad words. I don't have to say any bad words. I don't have to say any bad words to get my point across. The point is, Carla wasn't my friend. I owned up to it. I apologized to her. I did apologize to her. Frank and I had to part ways. We had to. It had to be done.
Okay, and
People want to get mad because we're not friends anymore. We can't be friends because there's no turning back of how I felt. This was already happening before that stupid recording came out. Now, people are saying that I'm a backstabber. Carla wasn't my friend. I joined the calls, but I didn't record, and that's what people are not understanding. Alexandra had her own reasons to record, and that's what they need to understand. I didn't record. Yes, I joined the call because Carla was talking bad or had already told me that she was saying that I was talking about her. That she was talking about me. Sorry, it says here. That she was talking about me. And Alexandra said no. So I said, okay, Carla's on the phone, call me and don't say anything. Again, I joined the calls. I had already owned up to it. Frank is there talking smack. I had already owned up to the fact that I had joined the call. That was the only mistake I did. Now, all these people saying that I'm not a good friend, they're not even my friends. They're not even my friends. So do you think I care?
Okay. No, I get that.
You know, they're not my friends. I know you're neutral. You're not here nor there. That's como la India María, ni de aquí ni de allá. And that's okay. That's okay, because the thing is that we don't all have to be fighting. I'm not even trying to fight with Frank. I'm not even trying to fight with all these people that are bashing on me, because I can take it. Sticks and stones will hurt my bones. Words, que te las lleve el viento. Lupe estaba abriendo mucho el hocico. Am I going to get mad at Lupe? No, because he's crazy.
Okay.
So thank you for having me call again. And like I said, my only mistake was to join the call. And that's it. That's my only mistake. Other than that, no pasa nada.
Okay, and I think this,
I'm still going to
you,
go
you
along with
may
my
have
show.
said it already,
And
but I think this was probably the first time I've heard you admit that, like, your faults in like the joining the call and stuff like that. So that's the first time I've heard it.
no, I had already done it. I had already done it before.
Okay.
You probably didn't see it. I had already owned up to the fact that I had joined the calls, but I had told Alexandra, no digas nada. But that was only because Carla was talking to me, telling me that Alexandra was talking about her. Then she started saying that Alejandra era una piruja and all this, and I was telling her no, but we already talked about that. Anyway, thank you for having me on your show. Whoever wants to follow me is fine. Whoever doesn't want to follow me, you saw the numbers. I'm not going to be rich. You know, people get mad because I don't work. Hey, I must have done something wrong when I was young. See, they don't understand that, digital. I don't have to tell them everything I do. I don't have to tell them if I do have a business in New York or not. But that's what they want. They want to know. Let me shut this down.
Oh yeah, I hear that going.
Let me shut this down. Yeah, I shut it down. See, they want to know all my life. Why? I don't have to tell them. I don't have to tell anybody. If I do have a business in New York, if I have a business in California, why? Am I putting my Cash App out there? And this is where people are lying about me. They're saying que yo estoy pidiendo dinero. Yo no estoy pidiendo dinero. You've seen me. Do you see me putting my Cash App out there for me, for my own personal use?
I haven't.
No, I don't.
I haven't seen. I've seen you do the birthday club. I've seen you do the donations
I do a
for the
birthday club.
bikes.
I'm telling everybody, if I get to the 5,000 subscribers on YouTube, I will start giving from my own money $50 a week. I've given away 450 masks. I've given away. I've told everybody, you don't have to pay for it. Just today, I went and I paid $60 out of my pocket, Victor, $60 in stamps, because I'm sending off 60 envelopes with the last 60 masks that I was giving away. Nobody paid me for those 450 masks. I did it out of the kindness of my heart. Now, like I said, they want to be mad? No pasa nada. They're not my friends. They're not my friends. Those people that are getting mad were never my friends, because if they had been my friends, they wouldn't be getting mad at the fact that, yes, I joined the calls. That was the only mistake that I did. What else did I do? Frank was talking about how I, what's the word in English? Traicionar. What is that word in English?
No idea. I don't speak Spanish that well.
Well, I backstabbed his wife.
Okay.
That she trusted me with her telling me that he beat her up. And so he's afraid of that. I mean, he's all pissed off because she trusted me and I said it. Like, really? No, that's all I did. So, okay, she wasn't my friend. She wasn't my best friend that I did wrong. You know, but okay, you know, he wants to be mad about something. It doesn't matter to me. Why didn't he say, okay, you know what? Stop talking about me. Or is he going to pull a Lupe? Lupe said he was going to stop talking about me. Mira, look at what he did today. He must want my son to do something, but I'm not stupid. My son's not going to do anything. Se cree bien chingón. ¿Dónde vas a comparar un muchacho de 25 con un pinche viejo de 45? Come on. There's a difference. There's a big difference.
No,
But
I get
that's
it.
okay. Te la quiere dar en un chingón, no pasa nada, because my son ain't going to go to jail. My son is a hard-working man. Do you think I'm going to put my son through that? Por favor. He needs to wake up and smell the coffee. What he needs to fucking do is go find a fucking job and stop asking people for money. That's what he needs to do. He needs to pay all those women that he's been asking $20 here and $20 there, que les pague lo que les debe. That's what he needs to do. How do you like them apples, Lupe? Te sientes bien chingón, pendejo. Pues chingas a tu madre, culero. There you go.
Okay.
You know, I hate doing that, but it's true. It's true.
No, I get it. At this point, you're defending yourself. You're saying what you want to say. Like, you're saying what you feel you need
You
to
know,
say.
and thank you. But it's true. He was there abriendo mucho los hocico, right? Because he knows I don't have a man to defend me. But I can defend myself. I can defend myself pretty good.
All right,
I don't
yes.
even know if we're on or not because I'm not watching it, but I hope we're on and I hope he's listening to it. And I hope everybody understands that I'm trying to put this back. It's
No, I get that.
Didn't
Yes,
record.
we're still on. Yes, so everyone's still hearing.
I didn't record. I don't have anything. If I had those recordings, maybe I would have already started putting some more recordings out, but I don't have them. Now, they're all talking about how you did lie. I did lie. I did. I don't have to, but I was trying to defend my friend. I was trying to save her because she was being threatened. Her job was being threatened. They were calling her husband. So yes, I was trying to defend her and say that I didn't know that we were there. I did. I knew that she was on the other line. What I didn't know was that she was recording. She owns up to the fact that she recorded. Fine. That's all that matters. She recorded. She sent out that audio. It wasn't me. Why would I have done that? I wouldn't have done that. I would have kept it. I would have kept that as an ace under my sleeve. I would have. But she sent it to people who sent it to people. And it's a done deal. It's already been 23 days. These people need to get over it. Frank needs to get a life. Frank needs to stop talking about me. I can stop talking about him. I don't know what his stupid challenge was. He says that I said that he's got a whole bunch of fake pages. Yes, he does. It doesn't matter to me. I don't care because all he can say is call me a roña. Is that the best he can do? Why didn't he call Heather a roña when he was fucking Heather? She wasn't a roña then, right? Okay, that's fine. He didn't call Patricia Olivares a roña after everything she was doing, but that's okay. No pasa nada. I don't care. He needs to go over there to La Chismosa's page to talk about me, bitch. Talk about me on your page, motherfucker. That's what I say. You know, ¿para qué tienes que irte para otra pinche parte? Habla de mí en tu página. Pero como no tienes gente, si no hablas de mí o si no hablas de Vanessa, how about you stop talking about Vanessa or I? How about you do that? How about you do that and prove that you're going to have 500 viewers on a fucking video that you do? Because I've been watching your videos. I've been watching your videos y no tienes gente, güey. Solo que no manches conmigo. Ya deja en paz la pinche llamada. Ok, traicioné a tu pinche vieja, ok. ¿Y luego qué? ¿Y qué? No era mi amiga. Yo lo que quería era separarme de Frank. That's what I wanted. And it's a done deal. Nos separamos. There's no turning back. He said it. There's no turning back. His reason is obviously a lot different than my reason. Todo lo que está diciendo la gente que me está odiando no me molesta, Digital Dimwit. It's not bothering me at all. I don't care. Like, literally, no me molesta. They don't know who the fuck I am. Pueden decir lo que quieren. Pueden decir that I'm a traicionera, that I'm a backstabber. Okay, fine. Are you telling me your secrets? Digital Dimwit, have you ever called me and told me your secrets?
I believe I have. Or I think I've shared some personal opinions of things and
But
things.
have I ever said anything?
No.
Have I ever told anybody? No. No, I haven't. I haven't. Because there's things que no dices. And the only reason that I opened my trap, about his wife being beat by him was because he lied. Had he not lied, I wouldn't have said anything. But that day he pissed me off. Como dijo Carla said it. Soy humana. She got mad. Yo también soy humana. I got mad. Pero tan tercos that I'm a liar because I say I don't lie. Bitch, I've already told you before. Te voy a tirar de comer. Why didn't we ask him about that $300,000 that he said that I owed? I don't owe no $300,000, Digital Dimwit. He went and he found somebody who had a foreclosure. Somebody who's got a foreclosure for $298,000, $96,000.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I've never owned a house that's worth more than $50,000. Never have I owned a house. I never lived in Tacoma, Washington. My kids were born in Grant County, Adams County, and in Spokane, Washington. I've never lived in Tacoma, Washington. But yet he found some Ophelia Moreno in another state, in another town, and that's me. He made his followers, 500 people, believe that that was me. That I lost my credit, so I have no credibility. No, bitch. I've never owned a $300,000 house. So was that a lie? Okay. Motherfuckers, Frank lied. What about that? Is that okay for Frank to lie? Okay, so it's okay for Frank to lie, dear General Dimwit. But I lied, a little pinche white lie, saying that I didn't know that Alejandra was there. Okay? I did know she was there. That's a little white lie compared to all the fucking lies that Frank does. But everybody's cool with Frank. Frank le parte su madre a su pinche vieja anytime he wants to. Se empeda la verga. Oh, pero yo me tomo unas pinches cervezas every now and then, and I'm an alcoholic. But Frank's not. Pues qué chingonas me salieron. Qué chingonas me salieron, Digital Dimwit. So it's okay for you to drink, but if I drink, I'm an alcoholic. Fuck that. You know, you're in the middle. You're watching both things. But if you're neutral and you see it how it is, you know that I'm right. You know, Frank Taterco, that it was premeditated. How could it have been premeditated? The only thing that was premeditated
I think I was the one that mentioned that it could have been premeditated. That was on me. I don't think
But it was the only thing that was premeditated was me telling her, if you call, habla, just don't talk. But from there to everything else that happened, how could that have been premeditated? Now he's talking about things happening on a Thursday. It was on a fucking Wednesday that thing was recorded, because that's when I have the proof, and I sent you the proof. So tú tienes las pruebas. It was a WhatsApp conversation where I told Alejandra, if you call, just don't talk. And Alejandra called, I joined the calls. Okay? I didn't hang up. That was my only lie. I did not hang up. What else did I lie about? That was it. I did not hang up. But from there to everything else that happened after for the last 23 days, no. Don't blame me for everything that happened, because I didn't have no recordings. It wasn't me. Pero siguen tercos y tercos. Let's bash on Ophelia. Que Ophelia dice que Ophelia did. No, motherfuckers. Ophelia nothing. The only lie that I did was say that I didn't know Alejandra was there when I didn't know she was there. Mm-hmm. Other than that, I didn't know anything. Now Alejandra said that I lied. That was my only lie. That was my only lie. Not saying that I didn't know she was there when I didn't know she was there. So Frank said that Alejandra looked all nervous. Alejandra was being threatened. Her business was being threatened. That's why I lied. That's the only reason that I lied, to save a friend. Digital Dimwit, who wouldn't do it? Who wouldn't lie to save a friend?
Yeah, I would lie.
Yeah, and that's my only lie. Other than that, quieren hablar de mí, que sigan hablando, no me molesta. All these people que hablan y que están haciéndome bash y que me están diciendo roña, que me están diciendo this, eso no me molesta. Sticks and stones can hurt my bones, but words will never hurt me. Never. And so that's all I wanted to say. Thank you for allowing me to say my part. You know,
of course,
like
I'm not gonna ban
say,
anybody. Like, I want to hear from everybody, and I like using this as a
that's fine.
neutral ground for everyone.
I did apologize. I apologize to Carla. I do apologize to her, not to Frank. I'm not gonna apologize to Frank. Frank can kiss my royal ass. People are over there on La Chismosa saying that Frank and I had something going on. No, we didn't. Because everybody knows that if I would have had something going on with Frank, oh, believe me, I would have pulled a Heather on him. I would have pulled a Heather quick. Because I would have done the same shit Heather did. I would have taken pictures. I would have had videos. I would have had everything. But no, we didn't. So that's a stupidity in itself. There was nothing ever going on. There was always respect. But I felt like I needed to move away. I needed to part ways. That's how I felt. And this happened. Oh, well, ni modo. I was already going to part ways after the reunion. And it was. For me, after the reunion or during what happened, for me it was. Because Frank, when he told you that he was already up there getting supporters, that's a lie. Frank did not. Frank had 6,000 people when I joined him. After he hit the 10,000, he started getting supporters. Because he would say that he needed to get to the 10,000. I didn't know why. Y di la verdad, Frank, y tú sabes que es cierto. Yo no sabía por qué Frank quería llegar a los 10,000 supporters. I didn't know. Frank wanted to get to the 10,000 supporters because he knew that he was going to get paid. I didn't know. Then he got to the first 100 supporters. And I said, fine, he's getting $500 a month. Que bueno, that's his money. But after he got to the first 100 supporters. He upped it to 200. It was 104. When he upped it to 204, I said, I'm done. Never did he once say, ¿Sabes qué, Ophelia? You're my co-host. Te voy a dar $50. $50 every 2 weeks. Paga el agua, paga la luz. Ayúdate. Never did he say that. And I was his co-host. So it was about money. For me, yes, it was. Right now, I don't have supporters. Nobody's supporting me. But I'm on my own. I don't feel like I'm being used by anyone. So if people don't want to understand that, pues ni modo. That's not my fault. You know, but he's lying. He said he was already up there. No, he wanted to get to the 10,000, and I don't understand why he has to lie. Maybe he forgot. It doesn't matter because he se nos olvidan las cosas.
Okay, well,
but he got to the 10,000. He got to the 10,000, and that's good. And I'm glad he's at 30,000. I'm glad. Yo no le envidio nada. I don't feel envy towards him at all. But I wanted to be on my own. I wanted to move. I wanted to part ways, and that's why I did it.
Okay. Yeah, well, I feel like there's still a lot to cover, and like I really don't want to dedicate a lot more time to this because I know this is your business, this is his business. I really don't have any reason to be involved in it. I just wanted to say this, and a lot of people liked that it was kind of a neutral where Fangs and Peacocks are able to talk without being blocked or attacked or anything. So maybe next week we could see if this is escalated more or maybe de-escalated a little bit. Because I know a lot of people are still wanting to call.
Well, to me, the way that I see it is we should be. I'm done. I'm done with it. Okay. We need to move on. You know, for me, on my side, it's a done deal. People want to talk about me. Let them keep bashing on me. It doesn't matter. No me molesta. Because they're going to be tercos with the same thing. I can't be trusted. I can't be trusted. Well, fuckers, you're not my friends. You're not my friends. So if you don't want to trust me, that's all right. Am I asking you guys for money every day? Hey, cash up, cash up, cash up. Have I even given you my cash up right now? No, I haven't. Porque no se trata de eso. Para mí, no se trata de eso. Se trata de llevar la fiesta en paz. Pero ¿cómo vas a llevar la fiesta en paz con gente pendeja que no quiere entender? Ahí está Liz Cantú. What did I ever do to Liz Cantú? I never did anything to Liz Cantú. Never did I. Ahí está Deborah Lee Weaver. She was my follower. What did I ever do to Deborah Lee Weaver? Nothing. Nothing. But I'm not going to force somebody to follow me if they don't want to. You don't want to follow me, no pasa nada, because you weren't paying me. I'm not losing anything. So I don't have any reason to keep lying to people. But if I would be losing supporters and if I would be losing followers, then I'd have to be lying to somebody. That's all I'm saying. I don't have no reason to lie to nobody because people are not supporting me. So I hope that the people that are watching do understand that. You know, and I want your show to grow, you know. Yo no tengo envidia. I don't have no envy at all. Mm-hmm. At all. I'm not even envious of Frank having 30,000. I'm not envious of his other page.
Yeah, and I'm not either. I'm not envious of your following. I'm not envious of his. If anything, it's just goals. It's just goals for me to try and obtain a fraction of what you all have. I believe I only have a third of your following. I have a third of his following, but it's not going to stop me. It's not going to deter me. It's not going to make me upset with you all. I'm glad I got to talk to both of you on this live. I'm glad you called both times.
Well, I'm glad you gave me the opportunity to say my part to all those people that are bashing on me. Sasha, Natalie, people that I don't even know. People that just want to bash on somebody because, oh, you backstabbed her. Well, bitch, I'll backstab you también. Sigue chingando. You know, what? You're not my friends. You're not paying me. So I don't understand all this bashing on somebody that they don't even know. Okay? Now, do they understand? Do they have any comprehension? Because I think they need a little bit of comprehension. Comprehension means you need to understand, bitch. I'm not a robot. I'm human. He fucking lied, and I reacted. For every action, there's a fucking reaction. ¡Pum, culeras! Tómense su pinche leche.
Okay, well, thank you very much. I'm getting ready to end this show.
Okay, thank you.
All right,
bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye, everyone. Peacocks, Fangs, and Urracas. Bye.
All right, bye. All right, well, everyone, that's going to end it for tonight. I have the wife and the kid and the dogs waiting for me right behind this thing for me to end this already. I know everyone's hungry. We're having a family game night. We're going to play Monopoly before Emily goes to school. Whoever's calling, I wish I could take your call, but unfortunately I can't. Next week, tune in next week. We'll see if we continue this or come up with a different topic. Pick it up? I'm not going to pick it up. I'm hungry. Okay. Okay, one last call. Let's see. Oh, they hung up. Um, hope everyone has a good night. Hope we see each other again soon. And thanks for dropping by.